The system is failing. We're going to have more homelessness, more unemployment, and the government has to print more money. It's a command and control economy where the government tells you everything. I just don't trust our government. And they're going to have to start printing pretty quickly. And the more they print, the less value, purchasing power the dollar has, or the loonie, or the yen, or the peso. People are talking about inflation. I think we're in depression right now, and we're going to be the biggest depression in world history. In the 1970s, that's when the world was changing. The biggest bust in the history of the world is coming up. It's pensions. They trusted the government. They trusted their pension would be there, and it's going to go bust. And that's us. We'd get crushed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. And what's going to be a powerful and exciting video that I have for every single one of you. We're seeing a lot of momentum beginning to build in the crypto market. Bitcoin finally back above $21,000, a critical mark. ETH over 1,600, and XRP hovering at that 50-cent mark. What's extremely important for all of you to understand is I am very bullish on the Bitcoin dominance breaking lower. Bitcoin dominance is a representation of what percentage of the total crypto market cap Bitcoin makes up. Bitcoin has been the godfather, the birther of the crypto market. Out of the last financial crisis, Bitcoin was born, and I believe out of the next one we're going to experience, this brand new asset class will really thrive. But what's important for all of you to know is I am an aggressive altcoin investor, meaning that I thrive when Bitcoin dominance falls in value, and I know plenty of you at home listening with your families are altcoin investors as well, because you see the writing on the wall with Bitcoin. You know that its tech is not superior, and you understand that these global elites have an agenda to bring on their CBDC system with numerous digital assets that will assist with that level of interoperability and speed. We can't forget about how climate friendly a lot of the cryptos we're invested in are. And I believe as this Bitcoin dominance falls lower and lower, we'll continue to see more strength in the altcoin market. And at the end of the day, that's what we're really waiting for. Now, we have this very powerful post by Jungle Inc., and I need all of you to be aware of this graph. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the dark gray lines signal recessions. The blue lines signaled the 2-year treasury yield. The black lines are the federal funds effective rates, and the red line is the S&P 500. Coupled that with the fact that in red highlighted are moments in history when the Fed pivoted on interest rate hikes. And ladies and gentlemen, what's important for all of you to understand is after every single time the Federal Reserve pivoted on raising interest rates, a recession shortly followed. Over here we see a Fed pivot coupled with a recession. Then here, Fed pivot, recession in about a year. In 2001, Fed pivot, recession. Here, we had a Fed pivot in around 06-07. Then we know the great financial crisis that occurred. Then recently, we saw a Fed pivot, followed by the health crisis crash in 2020. And even though that was a V-shaped recovery, we're here right now in this moment in history where the Fed's raising interest rates at a rapid rate. And I believe just as quickly, they're going to pivot. Will there be a bit of a delay between the Fed pivot and the big recession that is coming? I personally think so, as that has been the trend. How long that delay will be? Maybe 6 to 12 months maximum after the Fed pivot. And that is based on just the last 3 times the Federal Reserve has pivoted. But what I'm going to warn all of you is, expect a massive crisis, but also know we are not there quite yet. All the mainstream outlets have been signaling recession, 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 and we're definitely in one. But we are not in the massive financial collapse that will come yet. That, my friends, will come after, in my personal opinion, and this is only speculation, after we see a nice altcoin rally, after we have elections, and after Congress is officially banned from buying and selling stocks. Until those massive indicators are done for, I believe this market still has some time left, but that time is growing short. And I personally believe XRP will make you recession proof. And now let me really get into it. Here we have Brad Garlinghouse, quite honestly peacocking in my opinion, stating, for those of you keeping count, 12 amicus briefs have been submitted. This is unprecedented to have this many happen at this stage. They each explain in their own unique way the irreparable harm the SEC will do to every facet of the US crypto economy if it gets his way. And Stu Alderati stated a dozen independent voices, companies, developers, exchanges, public interest, and trading associations, as well as retail holders, all filing against the SEC to explain how dangerously wrong the SEC is. The SEC response? We need more time, not to listen or engage, but to blindly bulldoze on. This is the US branch of government meant to serve and protect retail investors. And you wonder why we're going into a recession. You wonder why the economy is collapsing. You wonder why the crypto market has tanked over the last 11 months. I think you all understand how frustrating this has been. But the reason this is so important is because I believe justice will be served. Tom Emmer, a bullish crypto congressman, stated Gary Gensler's regime at the SEC has been characterized by regulatory hypocrisy and inconsistency, and it's unacceptable that Gary doesn't hold himself to the same transparency standards that he places on the private sector. The reason this is so important is because I genuinely believe all of this posturing by the SEC and Gary is for his political career, his own personal gain. There's an agenda at play here. But after these elections, I personally do believe that a flippening could occur, and then things will change. Remember, Kevin O'Leary stated no policies for crypto will be passed until a new Congress is in place. And we're going to see just that. We're almost done. And once a new Congress is settled, we're going to see the regulation trickle into the mainstream. Get ready and get excited. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we get into the exciting part of this video, where I myself get to speculate a little bit based on a lot of actions that have transpired recently. Here, we need to go in depth into Elon Musk, as the title of this video is, will Elon be incorporating XRP onto Twitter? Personally speaking, the big theme that I want all of you to pay attention to is Elon's history with PayPal, a payments platform, and also Elon's obsession with the word X. What does X mean to Elon Musk? The letter X has had significance in the billionaire's life from his early days as an entrepreneur to his personal life and now his pursuit of Twitter. Elon Musk, the world's public richest man in the world and the CEO of Tesla, has been thin on details about what an everything app like X would look like. But he has expressed interest in making a worldwide social platform like WeChat. WeChat is used by over 1 billion people that has an all-in-one social media, instant messaging, and mobile payments app. It's used to order food, hail cabs, and find news. It is sewn into the fabric of daily life. And Elon Musk has said that if enough people worldwide used a similar app to communicate, it could establish a payment system as well. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me take you back to 2019 when Facebook's Libra was announced. You guys all remember how much regulators and bankers shat themselves. Facebook has access to over 1 billion users. I believe it might be 2 billion at least at this point. And that would have been able to create a brand new global currency in Libra had that gone through. Now, with Elon Musk, the richest man on the planet, and may I say one of the most popular people on the planet, one of the most influential people on the planet, purchased Twitter and is now beginning to hint at what he wants to create. This all-inclusive platform is a dream of his, and I believe he may be trying to bring his former idea of a global payments network, which was what he wanted PayPal to be, and I think he's going to bring it over to Twitter. Whether or not he starts off by incorporating Dogecoin, then Bitcoin, and then maybe even XRP is up to speculation. But we have to remember the other day when Elon Musk commented on Brad Garlinghouse's tweet. Elon Musk, this article was written about him stating he supports Ripple and XRP against the SEC. I remember Elon Musk's sarcastic tweet about the SEC's conflicts of interest as well as the SEC's jurisdictional overreach. Elon doesn't respect the SEC, and I don't think him commenting under Brad's tweet at that moment was coincidence. At the very least, for some of you skeptics out there, you need to understand that Elon Musk now is confirmed to be aware about XRP and Ripple. That is something that he did not make public before, but now we have confirmation about it now. As this SEC case winds to an end, I think Elon is going to be looking for the best crypto technologies to put on Twitter. And remember, back in the day, 2019, 2020, how XRP and the XRP tip bot was a powerful feature on Twitter. While that was taken away, we have to keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, let me play you a clip of Elon Musk the other day discussing Twitter, a payment system, and all of the above. Please take a listen.
Also, I'm aware of I know how to make a way better PayPal.
Because you built PayPal.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. With a lot of other people, but there's a product plan I wrote, which I wish I'd kept a copy of in July of 2000, where I thought it would be possible to make the most valuable financial institution in the world. And we're going to execute that plan from 22 years ago, which amazingly no one has done. And so I think that's part of why I think Twitter will be ultimately extremely valuable, because I'm going to execute the X.com game plan from 22 years ago with some improvements. And then we're also going to obviously make Twitter just a way better system.
Now that right there, my friends, should get all of you excited. Could there be any type of connection between XRP and Elon Musk's vision for X back in the day? Who knows? But it's something to be made aware of. Now guys, something you all need to understand as well is that we're pivoting from an age of crypto, of speculation, into an age of utility and adoption, into an age of use cases. The managing director for the Monetary Authority of Singapore stated no to crypto speculation. And the Singapore Crypto Hub moving forward is going to be utility and use case based. This is the era of crypto we're coming into. Elon's adopting Twitter and potentially making it into a payments platform as well as social media type WeChat platform. all at the same time as use case and regulation are coming to the States. This is so exciting, and you have to hear what he just said. Please take a listen.
There is much more to the digital asset ecosystem than cryptocurrencies. The real value in the crypto industry comes not from speculating in cryptocurrencies, but from tokenizing assets and placing them on a distributed ledger for use cases that increase economic efficiency or enhance social inclusion. The question is often asked, does Singapore want to be a crypto asset hub? If a crypto hub is about experimenting with programmable money, yes, we want to be a crypto hub. If it is about applying digital assets for use cases like atomic settlement, yes, we want to be a crypto hub. If it is about tokenizing real and financial assets to increase efficiency and reduce risk in financial transactions, yes, we want to be a crypto hub. But if it is about trading and speculating in cryptocurrencies for its own sake, that is not the kind of crypto hub we want to be.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the type of world we're coming into. A world without crypto speculation, and a world with crypto utility and adoption, a world of use cases. And here in this video, Brad Garlinghouse highlights how many use cases crypto, Ripple, and XRP can tap into. You guys all need to remember why you're invested in this asset and why you're dealing with the bullshit of waiting so long. And it's because Ripple and XRP have cemented themselves into all of these legacy systems. Your network becomes your net worth. And XRP has the best network, while Ripple has made sure to get all the net worth. Now guys, with that being said, please listen to all these powerful use cases.
Crypto is helping transform finance businesses today in a few different ways. And I think one of the challenges for the industry has been to focus on solving real problems for real customers. And Ripple, obviously, from its earliest days, focused on the problem around cross-border payments. That's a point of a lot of friction as measured by speed and cost. And by focusing there, we've been able to have a big impact on that, relatively small piece. But I think over the next years, you're going to see many financial transactions where a middleman sits, a middle transaction, an intermediary. Those will get removed, and we'll use blockchain and other digital asset type technologies to remove that friction. And I think all of society will benefit from improving the efficiency of those systems. I think you'll see that. Certainly, you've seen it in securities settlement as an opportunity. The financial transactions around bonds, around derivatives, a lot of these things take a while to settle, and the friction associated actually holds back the industry. Insurance is an industry I think you're going to see touched. Trade finance is an industry that really Ripple, some of our customers have invited us to participate in. And you've seen experimentation around identity in real estate and title management. And these are all examples where I think it's so hard to predict where this will go, in the same way that 25 years ago, when I first got involved in the Internet of Information, I never could have predicted on my smartphone I'd press a button and I'd have a car picking me up minutes later. I think this will permeate lots of different parts of our society.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sky truly is the limit for Ripple and XRP. That should have brought chills down your spines. And we truly are coming for all the damn money. Now, while you keep all of that in your minds, you have to remember that Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, was stated as calling cryptos Ponzi's. And Kevin O'Leary, I played a clip about him saying that Jamie Dimon is scared because they profit off of the friction of the system. Brad Garlinghouse stated, within the next year plus, and moving forward, there will be the removal of these intermediaries profiting off the friction of the financial system. And that will be massive. That will be where Ripple and XRP shines. And that'll be when the XRP community makes their generational wealth. Keep your eyes on the prize. We're almost there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. To cap off this video, I'm gonna play you a clip emphasizing what inflation truly is, not what the current and former administrations have defined it as, but put bluntly what inflation is exactly. It doesn't come from anywhere else other than the government living too well and spending too much money. Despite any lies they may tell you otherwise, this is the truth. As always, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Thank you very much for your time tonight.
It's my great pleasure to be with you. Good
Now,
evening.
you're an economist working in the banking sector, yeah?
I am. Should I get a lawyer? I think I'm entitled to legal representation if we're going to discuss my work.
No, this is just a few simple questions. Don't
Simple
worry.
questions?
Yeah.
How simple?
Well, they're theoretical.
Theoretical. I can
Yeah.
deal, okay, we can deal with that. I
Yeah.
mean, don't hold me to the answers, but...
Why not?
Well, because I'm an economist and I can think of a different set of circumstances under which my responses might vary somewhat.
And everything's connected to everything else, isn't it?
In economics, I'm afraid that is the global fear right at the moment, yeah.
Now, right, there's a lot of uncertainty in world economics, isn't there?
There is a great deal of uncertainty and a lack of confidence.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk of quantitative easing.
Quantitative
That's a term
easing,
we
yes.
hear all the time.
That's a term you hear a lot at the moment, yes.
Yeah, what exactly is quantitative easing?
Well, I can answer this because actually we're advising a couple of governments about this right at the moment.
And what are you saying to them?
Well, perhaps I should just take you through what we're telling them to do.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I
Great.
won't go into a lot of detail.
No,
That'll
that's
be
good.
indiscreet, but this will give you an idea of how quantitative
Off you
easing
go.
works.
Yep.
Take printer out of box and place on table with the out tray facing the window.
The out tray facing the window.
That's right. Load paper into the paper receptacle and place currency on glass tray F.
Right,
Check alignment by printing out a test page.
right.
Go into copy settings and select double-sided and the number of copies you require.
How many would you suggest?
In the case of one of our clients, it's 80 billion, 120 billion in the case of another client, and one client wants 1 trillion of these things.
Can you get printers to do that?
No, you can't. You're going to need a bank of them. I mean, it's a
You need some
multi-printer
big
job.
ones, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
big industrial strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big like a Bofors gun, all facing
Yeah.
the window.
Yeah.
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 Once you've ascertained that you have the alignment correct,
Yeah.
you alert the banking sector, open the window, and press copy.
And stand well back.
Yes, you've got to stand well back because they can create a bit of a vacuum while reaching cruising height.
Whereabouts?
In the super fund industry very often.
And you'd have to consider the wind direction too,
Well,
wouldn't
yeah, you don't
you?
want to be doing this upwind.
No, because you get covered in pretend money, couldn't you?
Covered in what?
Pretend money.
No, this is not pretend money. This is real currency we're creating.
But aren't you just printing it off? I mean, these are photocopies, aren't they?
Excuse me. Dave, this is not going to work. Because I've just explained it to a bloke and he saw through it straight away. Are you in banking?
No.
No, he's not even in the banking racket. Okay, I'll try that.
Try what?
Have you ever heard of Rumpelstiltskin?
No?
Good. Now we're getting somewhere. Pull up a chair. I'll tell you a tale.